guys. What's up? What's up? What's up? Yo, what's going on, guys? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hopefully, you guys are doing good, man. All right, let's get this going. Okay, so first, I know you guys probably read the message on the live training, the live training stream. I am gonna be starting the stream a little bit early today because I kind of want to get the trade out of the way. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, we are approaching a pretty good setup, so today's probably gonna be one of those days where we open straight to a setup. So hopefully that's the case, and hopefully it's a winning trade. You know what I mean? So we can get that out of the way and start the week off on a good note. All right. Now, obviously, if you're looking at my chart, you probably know exactly what we're going to be looking at. All right. We don't have a bias yet, but we are definitely approaching into one, especially coming into market open. So we have to be very, very fast. All right. Now, I know last week I did say I was going to try trading, a little bit later after market open, but I'm going to be a little bit open to the setup, definitely with light size. I'm sure we all learned. But I'm going to see how the market opens, see how we react off 2504. If we see any positive reactions, then sure. The reason I do like the setup is because we do have a pretty nice gap up here, in which it can act as a pretty nice magnet. It's a small one, but it's definitely there. All right. It's the one from yesterday's open. All right, guys. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be looking towards that. It's a pretty high interest area, and especially with us pumping up right now, it's definitely showing us what we might be able to get coming into market open. So yeah, we'll see what we can get here. All right. But yeah, in the meantime, let me just prepare this over here because I know we're probably gonna rip up like literally off the bat, so I won't have time to even like think. So PT1 will be about 45 points. I'll probably just do like a 45-point stop loss with like a very, very light size. So maybe like 5 contracts, if anything. But yeah, as you guys can see, we're literally already ripping off the bat. So yeah. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna rush to entry yet. But I do want to see how we react off open. If we want to get a DOL sweep, if we want to continue going higher, and so on. All right, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna try out longs here. I'm gonna go off of it off the bat and go based off that. All right, guys. Like I said, I am gonna be sizing very light. It's gonna be a little bit of a riskier trade since obviously we are getting more of a market open type of trade, but it is something I do want to start off with headed coming into market open. All right, guys. Once again, if you guys want to give it a shot and wait, you're obviously free to. But for me, I'm gonna try to work with this inverse coming into market open with obviously a pretty light size. All right, guys. I'm gonna see how we can react off the DOL and all that good stuff. All right, guys. Once again, we do have a gap up here that I do want to try to target and then go from there. All right. So for this first trade, my stop loss will be placed at a 45-point mark. Not too much risk, just something to start off the day. So it'll be placed at 970. All right, guys. 970. And if I had to work with a reentry, maybe give the market a little bit more time to open, then sure. I wouldn't really mind it. But yeah. Once again, guys, my stop will be placed at 970. I am taking this really light. If I do have to re-enter, I will, because I do want to try to trade with a, what's it called, into the opening thing. All right, now, yes, it's getting a lot of buying pressure here, so I'm really hoping NQ can really catch up here. It is close to my stop loss for the first entry, but yes, is really trying to rip up here, so hopefully NQ can kind of bounce here last second. If not, like I said, I will work with the re-entry. I really don't mind. All right, guys, same size, same everything. All right. Yeah, we're literally sitting out of my stop loss, so I'm really hoping we can really bounce here. It's not like I said, I'm really open to a re-entry. I don't mind. All right, I just really want to try to catch these longs here. But let's see if we can bounce up. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, my stop loss literally got ticked, and I didn't get stopped out, bro. Look at this, guys. Well, we're still right there, but ES is pumping up here into these levels of liquidity. So hopefully we can be able to shoot higher into this. Because yeah, we are, bro, guys. My stop loss literally got bottom ticked. That was close. But yeah, let's see if we can pump up here. Once again, I do want to trade into this 25.59 level. So hopefully that's going to be the case. All right, guys. But yeah, once again, my stop loss is placed at 970, guys. For some reason, some way, somehow, it did not get hit. So I'll take that as a blessing for sure. But yeah. Once again, guys, coming into market open, I am in longs. All right, guys. Coming into market open, I am in longs. All right, with the light size, I am looking to target these highs up here. All right, guys. ES is pumping up here, so hopefully this can lead NQ a little bit higher into this. But once again, if NQ doesn't take out these levels of liquidity and we get near the stop loss again, and we have to work with a reentry, I'll do it. All right, guys. I do not have a problem with it. I'm trading with a small stop loss today, small size today, and all that good stuff. All right, so 45-point stop, 45-point price target. Well, obviously the entry was a little bit A little bit off. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but it's still there. You know what I mean? It still gets the idea across. But yeah, now into the stream, guys. As we get this trade, whether it plays out or not, I am going to be explaining to you guys more on the indicator update, in which I'm super hyped about. It's finally out, so for those that have it, you guys can definitely be using it already. I do have to teach you guys how to set it up, and I'll do that after this trade. And yeah, all right, guys. And I'm also going to be doing a free trial, so if you guys want to get access to it, I'll put out the link literally after this trade or after we're done trading. All right, whether we have to work with a re-entry or not. All right, guys. But yeah. Hold on, let me see something. But yeah, we're kind of just stuck here a little bit. So I'm really hoping ES is able to kind of lead us a little bit higher. It does still have a little bit more room for higher. So hopefully this little bit of room is able to at least allow us to see one more price target coming into market open. From my entry, we're still at break even, kind of. I mean, we're still sitting right at the gap here. So I'm really hoping we can see at least one more good push up into PT number 1. So we can at least take some skills there and then just let the trade do its own thing. All right, guys. But yeah, once again, for those tuning into the stream, I am in NQ longs. My stop loss is placed at 24,970. And my PT is placed at 25.59. All right, guys. That's what I want to see behind this trade right now. It's pretty much a 1-to-1 for the most part. I am sized with a very light size. And I am open to re-entries. All right, guys. I am open to re-entries because we do have a lot of setups nearby in this area. We have a gap here in which we're inversing. We have a gap down here, a gap down here, a bunch of levels nearby. And hopefully some pretty good price action. Although ES is moving a little bit better than NQ. I can't lie. Hopefully we can at least maybe catch it up, you know, sometime this morning. All right, guys. But yeah. Once again, we still do have a lot of room, not a lot, but we still do have room for higher here. So once again, since ES is leading, I just hope that ES is able to at least shoot us up a little bit more, so we can at least take some scales out as ES takes out this drawn liquidity, and then we just go from there. All right, guys. So obviously pay attention to this trade and make sure to be micromanaging if we see the moves that we want to see here. Which once again is going to be these levels of liquidity above up here. Unfortunately, it's just that NQ coming to market open is a little bit weaker. Not too weak, but obviously we can see that ES is leading a lot more here. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Once again, my stops are placed at 970. All right, and I am open to re-entries. All right, so if you guys obviously want to follow my flow, make sure you guys are sized light. To see if we can get another trade if this trade obviously does not end up holding, because we are getting a few pullbacks here. And yeah, guys, I ended up getting stopped out. All right, guys. So yeah, very unfortunate trade on this one. Not a big deal. Obviously, we did size a little bit light on this one. It's just unfortunately ES is leading. So we saw the move that we wanted to see on ES, but not on NQ. All right, guys. It's all good though. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna give you guys a good another good trade. All right. I just need the market to kind of stabilize a little bit here. And like I said, I am open to re-entries if that's gonna be the case. I really don't mind. All right, obviously, I'm just going to be sizing very light today. Yeah, I'm going to see if we can pull back up here. I might give the mark. I don't know if I want to re-enter off this market. I mean, off this setup here, because the thing is, ES is right at the levels of liquidity here. So if we pull back up and NQ goes back into our entry in which we would want to re-enter, it's going to be a little bit rough because ES would have already, since ES is leading, it would have already taken out the drawn liquidities here. So maybe I give it some time to do its thing and kind of just stabilize a little bit. But yeah, I'll see. I'll be open to re-entry, but obviously I'm not gonna rush it because I do want to see how ES reacts off these levels first. It's just a little bit unfortunate that we saw the trade that we just took play out on ES, but not NQ. Unfortunately, as you guys see, same exact setup on both of them. Just one is playing out as I would have imagined, and kind of one is falling back. So yeah. Now, once again, okay. So now while we wait for the setup here. For a little, hold on, guys. I'm still a little bit sick. Now, guys, while we wait for the setup here, as you guys can see, I don't know if you guys were noticing, but I was getting a few notifications here on my trading. Wait, actually, let me lock in real quick because we're kind of pulling back a little bit here. I might just, I don't know, I might sit out from this setup. As much as I would love to take it into the drawn liquidity, I'm just a little bit worried with ES taking out these levels here and kind of, you know, kind of messing everything up here. So yeah. Like it looks like longs look good. It's probably gonna be like When's the last time we tried taking longs? We got stopped out and worked out again. It's probably, I think that was on Thursday, right? Wednesday or Thursday. It's probably gonna be the same case. I'm not gonna lie, but we'll see. We're still at the reentry. I'm not gonna rush it yet. But we are seeing that ES just finished taking out the levels of liquidity here. So this can actually tell us whether we want to go higher and work with another reentry off longs, or if ES wants to start reversing off these highs here while NQ hasn't taken them out, and then NQ reverses back down. If that's the case, then we can start working with more of a bearish bias. But if we start seeing that ES keeps pumping up above these levels of liquidity here, and NQ hasn't taken anything out above, we can actually work with a reentry into longs, obviously with better volume, and go off that. All right, but it's gonna be a little bit tricky. It's gonna, we're gonna need a little bit of patience here because we need to see what ES does off these levels here. We can't be taking longs while ES is the one leading and the one taking out these levels. All right, guys. So we gotta be very careful with that. All right. But yeah. Now, thankfully, the volume looks pretty good. We just need a little bit more momentum here. Like we have volume, we just don't really know, or at least NQ doesn't know where it wants to dump it into. So I'm gonna delete this for now, just so I don't confuse anyone that I'm in longs or anything. But yeah, I'm gonna see how we can hold here. Because yeah, now that we took out these levels of liquidity, imagine if we would have re-entered, right? ES took out this level of liquidity here and it's now trying to reject back down. At least for now. We don't know what's gonna do yet because obviously the market just opened less than 10 minutes ago. But yeah. Oh, I gotta start my stream. Hold on. What's good, YouTube guys? What's going on, guys? What's going on? But yeah, here, let me go and put out that I'm live here real quick. There we go. Yeah, now that we know that ES is more or less sweeping a lot more here, we can start working with more of a bearish bias here. And thankfully, we do have some setups. Like I said, we do have a lot of setups nearby. So we're pretty much good on that. We just need more of a read here. Although this setup looked good and it should have played out just like how it did on ES here. Unfortunately, NQ was just a little bit weaker coming into market open. Not much we could have really read on that end. Mainly because obviously the market just opened, so we didn't have as much data, although we did have a good setup, and we know that it played out just on the wrong one. It played on ES, not NQ. So very unfortunate on that, but it's all good. You know what I mean? It's not really a big deal. Because we can get another setup with just, the same sizing or a little bit heavier sizing depending on what you're doing. All right, but yeah, now as you guys see, obviously we're rejecting back down. ES is sweeping very hard. NQ is picking up a lot of selling pressure. It has a bearish bias from this drawn liquidity. We do have another drawn liquidity down here. So depending on how much selling pressure we actually get, we could probably work with a 5-minute inverse, a 15-minute inverse here into halfway through the fair value gap here into the price target, which is about 65 points. And then we can start worrying about the next fair value gap with just more of a break-even stop loss. All right, guys. So yeah, but obviously let's give the market this time to really approach this fair value gap down here. And then we go from there. All right, because yeah, we are getting a lot of selling pressure, which is beautiful. All right, guys. So now we're getting more of a read here. I'm just, it kind of sucks that the first setup didn't play out when it did on ES. So yeah. Thankfully though, at least we know that we didn't do anything bad on our end. It's just the market just didn't have that SMT lined up. But yeah. Anyways, we're approaching this next level of liquidity here at 24,877. So this level here, although we are bearish off the rip already, obviously we're getting a lot of selling pressure from this high up here, this internal high. What's it called? We can start working, or we can't really be super bearish just yet because we are approaching this next level of liquidity here, which obviously can give us a new read. Obviously, with the selling pressure, we're probably not going to get too much of a new read here. We're probably going to continue going lower, but you can never be so sure. All right. Now, PT1 is going to be about 61 points, so I'll probably just use the same stop loss, about 45. Like I said, I want to start working with a smaller stop loss going forward. I'm kind of sick and tired of using 60, 80-point stop losses. It's kind of not my trading style. Like, once again, it can give you some big trades if you hold all the weight, but I don't know. I kind of just prefer working with re-entries and just having smaller losses. It's just less stressful, to me at least. But yeah. Now, we're going to try to get this trade going if everything looks good. I'm open to it. I actually really like it. ES is looking bearish. ES is dumping a lot. NQ is looking bearish. NQ is dumping a lot. Obviously, we need to see how we react off this 5-minute gap here and this level of liquidity. If everything looks good and lines up, we can actually look to trade it into 24,807. Once again, I am going to be sizing with some light size. If you guys want to take the trade, go ahead. If not, then, it's kind of on you. But yeah. But the setup actually looks really good. We have a lot more volume than we had coming into market open. So I'm pretty open to it. All right, guys, I am pretty open to it. So obviously, just pay attention here. Make sure that you know what you're looking at, and then we go from there. All right, guys. But yeah, everything is looking super bearish here. ES has two D-wall sweeps here, a lot of selling pressure, massive green to red. Actually, ES is inversing a fair value gap here. We just need NQ to take out this drawn liquidity here and kind of dump us down a little bit more to get the setup. But yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna be looking for an entry into shorts around like 24,865 ish, 870, 865 around there. I would love shorts there. I'm just a little bit like, I'm not really annoyed because I size light, so it's not like the end of the world. But it is a little bit unfortunate that we did end up getting a little bit of a losing trade on something that literally won. You know, like it literally hit the price targets. And you might be wondering, like, what do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? It stop us out. Once again, guys, we took the inverse here, like with all of the confirmations, good buying pressure, good everything. But unfortunately, ES hit the price target off the same exact setup, while NQ didn't. All right, so once again, ES, same exact setup, same exact level, but ES had more interest for some reason. It hit the price target that we wanted to see, while NQ was just kind of left behind. So we got the inverse, same level, same setup. We saw a little bit of green, and then unfortunately it didn't hold. So a little bit unfortunate, but we didn't do anything bad on our end. The buys played out just on the wrong one. All right, so hopefully this can play out on NQ, the short, on NQ instead of ES, or maybe on both, and just not have what ended up happening like 5 minutes ago. But yeah, I'm not mad about it, Anyways, let's see here. We are getting some selling pressure here. We're getting the inverse. So start locking in, guys. Start paying attention. Let's see what we can get here. All right, guys. See what we can get here. Remember, I'm not going to be entering off the rip. I just need to make sure that we have a good amount of selling pressure, enough for us to see the price target below. We're going to be targeting, the main target will be 24,807. And then we're going to be approaching the fair value gap. All right, guys. So yeah. Just pay attention to that. Now, I will be using a 45-point stop loss, a little bit of a smaller stop loss. If you guys want to use a bigger stop loss, then you definitely can. All right, but for me, I'll just stick to the 45 and just go off that. But yeah, once again, right now, I'm kind of just waiting for more selling pressure. We just took out the level of liquidity, so be patient here. Do not rush the entry. We need to make sure that we are able to hold below this level of liquidity, and then we go from there. All right, so a later entry is going to be possible. Okay, I'm trying to enter shorts here. My order isn't getting filled. Okay, there we go. All right, guys. Yeah, because we're getting a little bit of selling pressure here below the level of liquidity. If you guys don't want to rush it yet, don't hold on. Because if you guys haven't entered yet, just wait. Because we're kind of just still working on the DOL here. I noticed that we sold off quite a bit here. So I tried filling my order. But if you guys haven't yet, then don't. Wait for us to hold below. We should be able to. But wait for us to hold below 877 again to get that entry. For some reason, I tried filling my order and it filled me like 10 seconds later. So yeah, and I might just move my stop loss to up here, since it's kind of like ripping up a little bit here. So I might just do 937. It's gonna be one of these markets where we have that volume. But guys, if you got, oh yeah, the volume's picking up a little bit here. If you guys haven't entered yet, give it a second. Wait for us to flip back to red into this inverse here. If we end up doing that, I don't know what the market is doing right now. It's kind of very volatile and it's not really respecting much. It seems like. At least yet. Because we have a lot of volume. I want to put my stop loss at the top of this 15-minute here. Instead of doing just a random 45. Well, this volume, I kind of have to. Yeah, we're getting a lot of volume. Where the hell is this volume coming from? I'm going to see if we can flip this back to green. If not, I might just call it. Because, yeah, it's looking like another one of these volatile markets. And, of course, it happens after we get our trades. You know what I mean? Of course, the volume picks up a little bit more aggressively here. But yeah, once again, if you guys haven't entered, because it kind of happened like super, super fast. If you guys haven't entered, just give it a second. Don't enter yet, obviously. Try to see if this candle can flip back to red up below 877. For some reason, it gave me a super late fill, like literally 10 seconds delayed. So, obviously, something is happening with the volume since I'm getting slippage as well. So give it a second, guys. If you guys have an answer, just give it a second. I'll let you guys know exactly when to enter. Pretty much, you don't have to go off my cue, but wait for a green to red below 877 and then enter. And then for me, I wanted to do a 45-point stop loss, but I kind of can't. So I have to work with a 1-to-1 stop loss. So I'm just gonna place my stop loss at the top of the 15-minute inverse instead. I'm kind of forced to. I mean, the volume for some reason is super aggressive today, so I really don't have a choice. I'm not sure why it's still volatile. But yeah, it seems like something is happening. It seems like, but yeah, once again, for those that haven't entered yet, wait for the signal green to red. Just wait for a green to red signal if we get it. If not, then just skip out on the setup. And then maybe just skip out on the market overall. It looks super aggressive. So just give it a second, guys. Give it 1 second. But if I get stuffed out, I'm not gonna. I'm maybe not gonna trade the AM, maybe the PM, because this shit looks very aggressive. So just be careful, guys, especially with your sizing if you're gonna be trading this. I don't even know how the woman is looking like. But yeah, ES is selling off here, which is a good sign. Yeah, look at that. ES is selling off, so we might be able to get the green to red soon. So if you guys haven't entered shorts yet, start paying attention. If you want to try to even trade this market, I'm sure you guys see the volume. So obviously be careful. But pretty much what I'm going based off, guys, is bearish buys, deal will sweep selling pressure. Obviously the volume is more aggressive, so the selling pressure is going to be there for sure. But I'm pretty much just going based off this 15-minute inverse, holding below 877. I just need the market to kind of flip here because it looks very aggressive. It's not really trying to flip at all. So I don't know. I'm a little bit worried with my position. I really hope that you guys didn't enter yet. But if you did, obviously you know where to place your stop loss, which would be at 937. But yeah, like I said, guys, if I end up getting stopped out of this trade, I might just avoid the market until the PM session because this thing looks very, very aggressive. Like not tradable, you know what I mean? Like it looks very tricky. Yeah, I should have just probably avoided the market. Bro, my word. Yeah, no, guys, I'm kind of off this market. I apologize, guys. It's just, it looks like a very fucking aggressive market here. This thing looks super, super aggressive. My bad, guys. My bad. It's just price is picking up literally out of nowhere here. Look at that. Maybe I just come back during the PM once the market slows down a little bit. Chill. Nah, don't worry. Yeah, it's all good. But yeah, no, it is very aggressive. Now, hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay. So real quick, the main thing of the stream, I'm gonna let the market kind of settle down a little bit. Maybe just avoid the AM session because yeah, this thing looks way too aggressive. Obviously not the way I want to start the morning, but you know, I'm just a little bit more bummed out about the first trade that should have played out. Okay, so wait, hold on. Okay, so guys, okay, my bad, because my mind is all over the place right now with this market. Like it looks super aggressive, super volatile. But okay, so once again, before you guys get off, real quick, hold up, give me a second. Because I wanted to show you guys the indicator. Like I wanted to put it out publicly. So hold on, I'm gonna turn off the chat for 2 seconds so the link doesn't get what's it called? So the link doesn't get lost real quick. But yeah, unfortunately, guys, I am ready to start the day, guys, or to start the week. Definitely not the way I intended to start, but you know that's just how the market is moving right now. But okay, one sec, guys. Let me see something. Okay, so if you guys are watching my stream right now, hold on, let me try to find this real quick. Send message. Okay, so if you guys are watching the stream right now, you guys might have noticed. And by the way, I turn off the chat for a second. All right, guys. If you guys are watching the stream right now, you guys might have noticed that I've been getting some alerts on my screen. All right, guys. That is the indicator update. For those that don't know, we ended up updating the indicator yesterday. And the main part of the indicator is that we ended up getting it to work with notifications. All right, as you guys can see here, it will look more like this, right? So the screen, the notifications that you guys are seeing on my screen with the buys being established, us approaching a setup or a setup being taken, it's all being notified. It's all being notified and sent to your phone. All right. So pretty much, we're gonna be. We want, since the update is new, and we've been testing it and it works. But the problem is that we don't have too much data, so we want you guys to try it out, see if you like it and all that good stuff. So we're gonna be doing a 2-week trial for the indicator. It's fully automated. It's gonna be sending you alerts, putting out setups and all that good stuff. Maybe later today I take some trades from the indicator, to test it out. But obviously once the market slows down. But yeah, so pretty much the reason I turned off the chat, guys, is because what's it called? I want you guys to pretty much click on this link here because it's gonna be free for the next 2 weeks. So if you guys do want to get it, all you have to do is pretty much, hold on, let me kind of open it here for you guys. So pretty much all you have to do is when you open it, it'll go to this link and it'll have a 14-day trial. Test it out. If you guys like it, what's it called? You guys can keep it. If you don't like it, then obviously at least give us some feedback on what to fix. Because obviously, keep in mind, it is pretty new. But yeah, pretty much we want you guys to try it out. So if you guys want to, once again, click the link that I sent in the chat, and then just click on start free trial. It should say start free trial for everyone. If it doesn't, just let me know. But it should say it. All right, guys. But yeah. So once again, pretty much what we have new with this. Oh wait, I actually forgot. Okay, so once again, click on the link in the chat, guys. Look right there. You see? Well, yeah, no, the market obviously is kind of chopping up a little bit here. But anyways, okay. So look, pretty much what's going on. The way you can do it is, first things first, click on the link. All right, guys, get the free trial. Obviously, before it renews, cancel it if you don't want it, or if you want it, then just keep it. All right, guys. So what you're gonna do is, once you get it, if you get it, what you're gonna do is quickly go over here, right, to the server, and just go to the announcements page. All right, guys, go to the announcements page over here, right, and you're gonna see this announcement. It's gonna be the most recent announcement. In this announcement, it will show you how to update it, how to set it up, and how to set up the notifications. All right, guys. So pretty much to set up the notifications, it's super, super simple. All you gotta do is go to instructions, right? And it'll be these steps here, right? You guys will see right here. It's a few steps because we can't do it automatically. You have to do it manually to set up your own notifications, but it's super easy, right? So go to the instructions tab. Go to the instructions tab here. All right, guys, and you guys will see this here. It's gonna be like a little video here saying follow these exact steps to enable phone and computer trade notification alerts. All right, guys. So here, let me kind of put this out here. Pin message. There you go. But yeah, so go to your instructions, and then here just follow everything here. All right, guys. Now, there's a little bit of a problem with the notifications. All right, the indicator will work normal if you buy it or if you get it or if you're using it or whatever. The only thing is, for the notifications, TradingView for some reason has a feature that in order to get alerts to your phone off indicators, you need the essential plan, which is, I don't know what to say for that. You know what I mean? It's not something we can control. It's something that TradingView has implemented. Now, if you guys are going to be trying out the indicator with a free trial, I'm pretty sure TradingView has a 30-day free trial for the essential plan. I think it's like $12 a month or like $14 a month, but it's the only way to get notifications to your phone. Now, I'm not trying to upsell you guys or anything. I'm not making money off that. That's just how TradingView works. Because if you have like the free basic plan, you can't set notifications for indicators. I don't know why. That's just how you do it. So if you guys want to set up the notifications for your TradingView, just go to your profile here. Click on your profile, and then under your name right here, it should say explore our plans. Just get the trial for the essential plan. All right. And if you need help setting that up, it's super simple. Just go here to need help under the indicator. And then you'll see a channel here that says, I'm having trouble setting up alerts to receive phone/desktop notifications. And in here, I pretty much just guide you on what to get and how to get it. Unfortunately, like I said, guys, I even said it here. Don't get mad at us. That's just what TradingView does and how they work. And then since we're running our script off, TradingView, it's kind of needed just for the notifications though. But yeah. All right. So once again, if you guys do want to get access to the indicator, it's free for the next 2 weeks. It's going to be here. All right, guys, right here in the chat. All right. And I'll also post it in the premium chat just in case you guys missed it. All right. But yeah. Anyways, back to the market. All right, I do want to talk more about it, but honestly, we should be focused a little bit more on the market right now. Unfortunately, it's not really respecting any setup at all today. So maybe during the PM session it gets a little bit cleaner, but definitely not the way I wanted to start the mornings for sure. You know what I mean? I'm just as bummed out as you guys are, especially with the first trade in which should have played out. But we just chose the wrong one. Not much we could have done there, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm just as bummed out as everyone in here, you know. So once again, I apologize, but yeah. Um, but yeah, the reason I'm saying none of the setups are really getting respect is because once again, we inversed this one. It should have played out because it played out on ES. We got stopped out. Then we took out this one, didn't play out. You know, I mean, we got more of a DOL sweep here, and then we inverse on the 5 minute here, which I mean, we barely inversed that, to be honest. But it also didn't get respected. So not much is really getting respected here, you know. So yeah. Anyways, let me check it out here. So let me see what the chat's saying. So someone said here, the scripts invite only. Make sure you refresh your trading view and make sure you also set it up correctly. Just follow all the instructions here. All right. But yeah. Once again, guys, today I tried trading the open. Unfortunately, it's the same as last week, so we might have to keep trading the 30 minutes after market open, so things get a little bit cleaner. But show PNL. Oh yeah, here. So yeah, we might have to get a little bit. You know, we might have to wait a little bit more. But yeah, I'm a little bit annoyed with this first setup. It really should have played out. I mean, it literally did, just on ES. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get you guys another setup. Maybe not, obviously not right now. Maybe during the PM session once things get a little bit better. But yeah. But for now, guys, once again, get access to the indicator. It's completely free. Once again, if you guys don't want to get charged for it, make sure that you guys cancel it before it, you know, before the trial ends. But give it a try. If you like it, feel free to keep it. And if you don't like it, then obviously cancel it. But just make sure you guys give us some feedback, you know, so we know exactly what to fix and all that good stuff. All right. I don't see the option for the 2-week trial. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, I think for the people that maybe had the indicator, don't get the free trial. So if you guys don't have it, don't worry. I'm gonna try to make a new link for the people that even had the thing, so you can get access to it. All right. Do we still have access if we cancel? Yes. Yeah. For 14 days. We just want you guys to try it. So you know. Let me see. Blast, I've had the indicator, but now it says script is invite only. Refresh your thing. Or if anything, since we did update it, delete it, right? Refresh your trading view and then go to indicators and then go to invite only and then re-add it. And then you should be good. All right. Yeah, Crystal, just do the same thing I said. Okay. Oh no, don't tell me that Trump is tweeting. Trump claims tariff authorities do not require Congress. Is that why the market is moving like that? I don't know. Regardless, I'm probably just. Let me see. David, if people are struggling with access, sometimes they need to reclaim it on WAP. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pretty much just reclaim it on WAP, reclaim it on TradingView, and then you should be good. Now don't blame. I literally said that's not why the market is moving. What are you talking about, bro? The market has been moving like this for 4 weeks now. Yeah, not very clean. But I'm not gonna lie, bro. I might just start working with ES, bro. Dude, NQ has been such a pain in the ass. ES, look, today every single setup that we took on NQ played out on ES, bro. Like, bro, what? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I might just start turning into an ES trader, bro. I might just start turning into an ES trader, bro, because, dude, every trade that we've taken on NQ lately, it's worked out on ES, but NQ doesn't follow along. Hey, Blast, would I have to have CME data? If you have Apex, it's free, but yeah, obviously, the indicator will still work without it, but you're gonna have delayed data. ES has been looking good. Yeah, lately it actually has been looking pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. You got the indicator, but it's still locked on TradingView. Do I have to connect it? Yeah, guys, make sure that you guys are connecting it correctly. Follow the instructions. All right, follow this channel here. But yeah, guys, literally every single setup that we took played out on ES. The longs that we took played out into the price target for, look at that, 16 points, bro. And then the shorts that we ended up taking ended up playing out here for 19 points. While NQ has been stuck in the same range as to where we opened at. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys. We probably have to move on to ES for now as the market stays volatile. Wait, where are the instructions? Here. Just follow this here. As soon as we go to ES, NQ will start playing out. Probably. But no, realistically, though, it is very volatile. Like, NQ is maybe too volatile. So we might have to slow down a little bit. I just don't want you guys to think that we're doing bad, you know, just because we have a losing day today. Obviously, you guys saw the trades played out, just not on the, just NQ is just not really holding anything here. It's kind of just stuck there. So look at that. Look. But yeah, just for now, maybe I just might try to do ES. It's the same setup, same everything, just ES. Let me see, David, didn't you say that we should avoid gaps with liquidity inside? Yes, but with this setup, it just looked a lot better. We had a deal sweep with a very strong reaction. So I'm like, okay, you know, like if we're getting a lot of selling pressure, you know, what are the odds that we sweep instantly off this drawn liquidity before we even see the price target? And it ended up happening. But yeah. Can't add alert. I have essential. What do you mean you can't add alerts? Try refreshing your trading view if that's the case. Maybe you just got essential right now. Because for me, the way it's supposed to look like is you click here and then you just add it here. Alt A. That was a false read. Let's not let it get to us. I mean, I'll see. Let me ask you guys. Would you guys be down for another trade today or no? Or are you guys calling it? Obviously, when the market slows down. You're calling it? Yeah, once again, guys, I really do apologize for the reads today. Once again, it's not that we did anything wrong on our end. Just NQ didn't want to respect the setups, and we know that because obviously we saw ES literally trade every single one of those setups that we took, which is 2, and it played out into all of the price targets. So obviously, maybe if I put out another trade today, if I do, it would just be off ES. Because NQ is just not respecting anything. And it's been like that for a while. Obviously, we've been getting our winning trades here and there, but you know, some of the losing trades, you know, they have been playing out on ES. So yeah, maybe we just do ES for, you know, we try it out a little bit and see maybe if it moves a lot smoother, a lot cleaner. Because NQ with this volume and the stop loss and everything, it's very scary. I don't trade down. Like it's completely different. But yeah, no, if I do end up getting another trade, it'll for sure be during the PM session. This market is not really one that I want to trade. Let me see. I see the indicator on my screen, but I don't know if I'll get the notifications. Yes, you have to set it up. So once again, guys, if you guys want to set up the indicator, it is super simple. All right, guys, it is super easy. Look, I'm gonna forward the message to you guys. I'm gonna send it in the live stream chat. All right, guys, right here. If you guys have the indicator on your screen and you don't know how to check if you have the notifications to send to your phone, just follow this. It's a few steps. It's like 5 or 6 steps. Just follow them and you should be good. All right, guys, just follow this. All right, guys, that's if you want notifications sent to your phone on trades, you know, entries, and all that stuff. All right, guys. So I just follow this, and then for the people on YouTube, same thing goes. All right, guys, same thing goes here. All right, just follow this, and then you guys should be good. All right, make sure you follow step by step as well. It takes like 10 minutes. Read it slowly. Yeah, unfortunately, I really was hoping that it could be set up automatically. But with notifications, you have to set them up manually. It's not something the indicator can do, unfortunately. So just set it up correctly, and then you guys should be good. Once you set up once, you should be good for the whole indicator. Do you have the same settings? Yes, everything is default. Once you get it on your chart, everything is default. Just keep it default. Oh, wait, actually, no. Make sure you guys adjust the stop loss to your type of style of trading. All right, guys, because it's automatically set to 35 because obviously when we were recording the indicator, the markets were moving 100 points per candle. All right, so obviously make sure you adjust it to the markets as you go. And for those wondering how do you do that, you go here, go into the settings, scroll down to NQ profile, and then where it says stop loss size, it'll say 35. Just move it up to like 45 or whatever stop loss you guys want to use. All right, guys. Blast, can you explain what we have to pay in TradingView? It's a free trial. You need the essential plan. Now it's not something I'm trying to upsell you guys with. I don't make money off that. That's all TradingView. But since we're running our indicator from the only platform that allows Pine Script, which is TradingView, which is what everyone uses in the first place, TradingView, they have this thing that if you want alerts or like notifications sent to your computer or to your phone from indicators, you need to have at least the essential plan. It does not work off the basic plan. All right, it's not something we can control. It's not something we can do, and it's definitely not something that we're making money from. So we're not like abusing the fact that you have to do that. It's just something that is required from TradingView. All right, but yeah. Anyways, it seems like we're getting now the inverse off the entry that we wanted to see here. Obviously we can't really enter. I'm kind of gonna avoid the AM session for now, or at least until things slow down a little bit. But yeah. Can we still have the indicator and not get alerts? Yes, you can. Remember, guys, the essential plan is only for notifications. So if you don't care about the notifications and you're on the chart regardless, and you just want to use the indicator, for its purpose, which is, the drawn liquidity, setups, and entries and exits and all that stuff, you can still use it. You don't need you can have the basic plan. Just if you want notifications sent to your phone, maybe if you're not on the charts, you need the essential plan. If not, it won't work. All right. I added the indicator to my TradingView, but it says I need to contact the author for access. Refresh your TradingView. Do lifetime members pay for? You have the mentorship, so no, you get it for free. Like it's included. Obviously, David, why don't you look at pullbacks on the 1 and 5 minute time frame? It's the main reason why we keep getting stopped lately, in my opinion. In a way, yeah. I mean, to be fair, our setups have been working out. I mean, look at last week, for example. We had some very beautiful setups. It's just today, it was just a little bit different with price, But yeah, any setup can work out as long as everything lines up, whether it's an inverse or a continuation or a retracement or whatever it is, Lifetime member gets the indicator for free. No, the mentorship people do. But yeah, I mean, look at this. You know what I mean? Like look at NQ. Let's compare NQ on the 5 minute time frame compared to ES on the 5 minute time frame. It just looks so much cleaner on ES. You know what I mean? So I don't know. For now, I might just stick to trading ES. It's clearly the same thing, to be honest. It's just different sizing, just more sizing. Because obviously ES doesn't move as aggressive. But yeah, no, ES, at least for today, has been moving way cleaner. So if you want to get another trade and have a higher chance in it working out and getting more respected, ES might be the case. You know what I mean? Let me see. That's what I've been hearing too. People have been getting fucked on NQ, but ES is working out fine. I mean, once again, to be fair, last week we had a beautiful week. To be honest, it's just one red day. It's not the end of the world, right? Obviously, red days are gonna happen, especially in this type of market. It's something we all have to accept. I mean, you can't really get too mad about it, especially with this volume. You know what I mean? Not every trade is gonna be instantly into your price targets, but at least for today, yeah, ES has been moving very clean today. Last week was not beautiful. Well, maybe for you, but for a lot of us, it was. At least for me, I can't really control if you guys take all the trades that I put out or not. So maybe for you it was different, but yeah. Hey Blast, where do we go again to look at the instructions to apply the indicator? Okay, so obviously I'm not gonna be sending the hashtag every single time. So it's super simple. Look, go to the server, right? And under the indicator, you're gonna see something that says indicator access and instructions. Just click on instructions and it will all be here on how to set it up, how to set up the notifications and everything. All right, guys. It takes less than 10 minutes to set up, to be honest. All right, guys. So yeah, once again, the channel is here under instructions. All right, so I'll send it here again. Instructions. All right, guys. There must be a bug. I lost access to the indicator and refresh and everything. I still can't access. Okay, if that's the case, go to WAP. Because remember, we updated the whole script. Go to WAP. and just reclaim access. Go to WAP and just reclaim the access, and then you should be good. It should be back on your thing. I reclaimed it. It works now. Perfect. Once again, guys, if you're having trouble claiming the indicator, if you had it before, just quickly go to WAP and just reclaim it. It's super simple. All right. I can't find where to claim it. It should be under your subscriptions on WAP. Last, I bought another month worth because I stream. Wait. Last, I bought another month worth. A month. Yeah, you should be good. Yeah. Did you take other trades than we did, Blast? No. It's literally all alerted here, guys. Look. Now, like I said, I can't control what trades you guys take and don't take, but everything that I took was all alerted here. Everything from last week, especially. So last week we took 2 losses, and then 4 wins. And all of the wins were bigger than the losses. So once again, if you guys didn't take it, then obviously you might have different results from me. But yeah, everything was all alerted. I mean, you guys can obviously look for yourself. What, the week started yesterday on the 17th, right? Yeah, 17th. NQ NQ longs got stopped out. Then we took NQ shorts, played out for over 170 points. We took ES longs, played out for over 35 points. Then we took NQ longs again. We got stopped out, which was the second loss. We re-entered. It played out for over 180 points. And then we took NQ longs again, and it played out for over 60 points. Those are all the trades that I took last week. And, realistically speaking, if you took all the trades, you should have been green. If not, then obviously it's different results. Let me see. I got a notification from the indicator. I think it found something. Oh, yeah, potential setup. Okay, so look, here's an example. All right, guys. So look, NQ found a setup. It'll send you a notification here. On the 5-minute time frame, it found a potential setup. Looking at the 5-minute time frame, let me see. I have to read the notification here. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, it says if you guys go to your notification, it will pretty much show you everything here. So looking at the 5-minute time frame, we have a bullish bias that we swept, after we swept the low drawn liquidity and everything. So as you guys see, it pretty much explains everything just how I would on the setups to watch channel. All right, but it's all done instantly and automatically. All right, guys. So once again, maybe if I'm not trading for the day, or maybe I'm done for the day and you guys want more trades, you guys can always rely on the indicator to find you setups and send you notifications the same way as I would, just a lot faster because, I have to type them up. You know what I mean? But yeah. So obviously, once you guys are setting up the indicator, make sure you have the alert set up. For me, since I don't want a million notifications, I just have it set to read off the 5-minute time frame. But if you want multiple time frames, to find setups off multiple time frames, you have to set it on each one. All right, guys. So it's super simple. So look, if you want the notifications, you click here, you go all the way here to the 3 dots, click Add Alert on Blastoise automated FEG/IFEG indicator. Then it's gonna pop up this window, right? Then if on whatever time frame you want the indicator to be notifying you and reading the buys from, you go to interval, right? And then here, if you want it off the 1 minute, the 2 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, 15 minute, whatever time frame, you put it there, and then you put the expiration, you put the last one that you possibly can, set, and then you just put create. Or actually, before you do that, obviously make sure you name it NQ 15-minute time frame. So if you get the notification, you will know whether it's based off the 5-minute setup or the 15-minute setup. All right. So since we're creating one on the 15-minute, you would want to name it NQ 15-minute. All right, guys, and then you put create, and then it'll create an alert here, pretty much notifying you on any setup that is formed on the 15-minute time frame, on any bias that is formed on the 15-minute time frame, or on any setup that's approaching on the 15-minute time frame. All right, guys. So yeah. All right, guys. So once again, if you guys want to get access to it, it's completely free for 2 weeks. So if you guys want to try it out, give us some feedback, and all that good stuff. I'll send the link one more time. All right, guys. But yeah. All right, now I do have to make a new guide because I am seeing a lot of people are having access. I mean, not access. Are having trouble getting access to the indicator. So it's super simple. It's literally as simple as what's it called? As going to WAP and just reclaiming it. All right, where's the free trial? Here. Now, if you guys don't see the free trial, don't worry. I just have to edit something on my end. So people that have bought it in the past can use it. Because the way free trials work is mainly for people that have never claimed it. So I just have to make a new link for that. How do you erase the alerts that you made? Super simple. You go here to the little clock here where my mouse is, right here, and then you just delete it. And that's it. Let me see. If I'm not doing alerts, is there anything? No, you don't have to change anything. No. But TraderVate is saying that we don't get with basic. Yeah. Once again, I explained it in here. Hold on. But yeah, guys. Once again, I'm gonna be open to finding another setup. But yeah. Hey, Blas, what was the setup for the day? Like the confirmations. Okay, let me show you. So the first setup was super simple. And once again, it should have played out. The setup literally played out. It should have been a winning trade. Just unfortunately, we traded the weaker one. All right, so let me show you. So coming into market open, we had a bunch of buying pressure. Obviously, we didn't have a bias until we took out 25.04. We had a bunch of buying pressure. We inversed the fair value gap, and we saw green on the trade. Just unfortunately, we had everything. We had buying pressure, deal sweep, deal continuation, room for higher, inverse off the fair value gap. Everything looked good, right? And the reason I'm telling you guys it literally played out, although we did get stopped out before it hit the price target, was because if you look at ES, it had the same exact setup right here, and ES hit it with way more points behind the trade. Why did that happen? I don't know, especially off market open. That's not something that usually happens. But yeah, ES ended up hitting the price target off the same exact entry, off the same exact setup, while NQ kind of just sat there doing nothing. So a little bit unfortunate with behind this setup. Once again, I'm not mad with it because obviously it played out. So we didn't do anything wrong on our end. It's just we got a little bit unlucky with the market. All right. And then we tried taking shorts. This one was a little bit more of a loss because obviously we flipped it from back to bearish. We dumped down like crazy. We dumped down like over 160 points, in one candle. We inversed a 15-minute fair value gap. We held below the drawn liquidity with a lot of selling pressure. And then we just swept it instantly. So I got stopped down on that. So once again, very good setups. Just, a little bit of, but yeah. Of course, I got you guys. Of course. But yeah, once again, for me, I'm probably just going to wait for the market to kind of slow down a little bit. Once again, if you look at the 5-minute time frame, NQ does look a little bit choppy here. So obviously not much we can trade. And even if we do end up trading, we'll probably just get chopped out. So maybe for me, I might just focus a little bit more on ES. It looks way cleaner than anything else. It has actual setups. It has actual movement. So yeah, if you guys maybe get another setup for me today, just know that it will be on ES instead of NQ. All right, guys. How do I reclaim the indicator? It's on WAP. All right, so here, let me send you guys the link here. So if you guys are having access claiming the indicator, let me just send it here. Here it is, guys. Hold on. I'll just send it here in the chat. There you go. What will be the sizing on? Okay, so pay attention to this, guys. All right, so someone is asking here, what should be the sizing if we trade ES? For me, guys, since the ES moves a little bit slower and a little bit weaker than NQ, I double my size on ES. So if I'm doing 5 on NQ today, I will do 10 on ES. If I'm doing 10 on NQ today, I will do 20 on ES, and so on. All right, guys. So yeah. David, would you ever consider taking a break from the charts when PA is this bad? Because the past month has been horrible. Dude, honestly, I really wish I could. But with the way that I'm running my business, bro, a lot of people join in hopes of like a lot more alerts. So I kind of have to deliver or at least get on. For example, right on Friday, I got on even though I didn't trade. But I can't really take too long of a break because then I lose, credibility and a lot of stuff. It's kind of just how I run my business. You know what I mean? Move towards previous day low. Wait, move towards previous high. No sweep. Maybe on NQ. ES is moving way cleaner. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So if I do end up getting a settle today, it would for sure be on ES. David trade like regular? I am trading like regular. Once again, guys, I just had a regular red day, guys. It happens. Like, relax. I'm sure we can make it back. I mean, if the market moves a little bit better, then it'll be fine. But yeah, it's just red for now. It's gonna happen. You know what I mean? And there's not much to really be mad about because once again, the setup literally should have played out. We literally saw it play out just on ES instead. So we did everything right on our end, and we got the right bias and everything. Just unfortunately, NQ just didn't want to follow ES, so we kind of got stuck on our entry. Yo, David, is there a link for the free trial? Yes. Now, if you guys don't see the free trial, don't worry. I just have to make a new link for the people that maybe had access to it before. All right, guys. So just give me some time to do that. I'll post it in the chat. Are you gonna go live again or just post it in the future chat? I don't know. It depends on the volume. It really all depends on the volume. But typically, when I put out alerts, no one's really late to them. It's the same thing. I mean, let me see. The Discord is expecting to have another 42-day winning streak. I'm trying to. Don't get me wrong. I'm trying to. It's just obviously the markets for the last literally 4 weeks have been very rough. Although I want to say we've been doing good. Like we've been getting our winning trades. Obviously with a bit more losers here and there because obviously the market is a lot more volatile, so it's prone to happen. But yeah, I want to say we've been doing good. Now, obviously, some people might say, yeah, but I'm red. You know, obviously, if you don't catch all the trades that I put out, then obviously we're gonna have different results. You know, for example, look, someone here said doing good. Yeah, maybe you're not doing good, but I am. You know what I mean? I'm still green, and I put out all the trades that I take. I mean, so once again, if you guys aren't catching the same trades that I am, it's gonna be a different result. It's common sense. You know. Let me see. I always miss the notifications. You don't post your eldos. I literally do. Bro, don't start coming up with things, bro. I literally do all the time. And if I don't post it in the alert channel, because maybe, for example, today we took shorts and we instantly went up. I didn't have time to post that. Does that mean that I won't show that L? No, I'm still gonna get on the trading chat and in the announcement as well and show the loss that I took and the points that I took for it. I always show my L's. There has never, ever, ever, ever been a time where I've taken an L and I've never talked about it. Well, obviously, I'm not gonna promote them as an ad. Like, bro, obviously not. But I do show them. Always, 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 always. Let me see. I ended break even with your trades because I scaled early. Exactly. For example, I ended green with my trades, at least last week. And I held out the trades all the way. And, you know, obviously, I ended green. You scaled early and you ended break even. 2 different results. You didn't post your second L today either. That's what I'm saying. I didn't have time to. But does that mean I'm not going to talk about it or show it in the announcement? No, I still am. I always show my losses. Always. For example, look. Let me show you guys an example from, I think, when's the time that we took the loss that I didn't have time to type up that I got stopped out? I think it was here. Let me see. 17. Right here. Look. On the 17th, right? We tried catching longs here. We got stopped out. And then literally 3 seconds after we got stopped out, we got shorts. Obviously, I can't type in a millisecond. So I couldn't put out that I got stopped out. So does that mean I'm hiding my loss? No. I always, 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 always show my losses. Look. And I also talked about it in the trading chat. I'll always say when I'm red and everything. I never hide my losses. I don't have a reason to. I also don't gain anything from it. You know what I mean? David, most of us can't size 7 contracts, then size less, bro. You're still going to make money if the trade plays out. Now I lose like 600 with 3 contracts, then size less. If that's too much for you with your sizing, with your sizing in your stop loss, size less. If you're like 3, by the way, I don't know. Okay, then yeah. Yeah, I was about to say 600 with 3. I don't know if he's obviously exaggerating. Okay, yeah, I was about to say. But you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying, though, right? Because, once again, the sizing isn't the thing. It's all about the trade. If you're holding the trade for 100 points and you're risking too much, even with 3 contracts, then just size less. I mean, if you can't afford it, then I don't know what to say. You know, use the 1 minute? No, not at all. Not at all. But yeah. Anyways, guys, for now, I'm not gonna lie. The market is slowing down a little bit. NQ looks extremely choppy still. But maybe for the rest of this week, I might just stick to trading ES. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It just looks way smoother. Like it doesn't have like these like it has its wicks, you know. Let me see. Getting this error for the indicator, David. Okay, so Shaggy, if you had the indicator before, just quickly go to WAP with this link here. And just reclaim access to it. Reclaim access to it, and then refresh your trading view, and then it should be working. Have you ever tried YM? No, and I don't really plan on doing it. You tried sticking to ES for 2 weeks? No, I just traded it once. Or maybe I'll just stick to it for today because obviously it's moving so much cleaner and it's the leading one today. Obviously, you guys see NQ is just stuck here, while ES is actually doing moves and taking out levels of liquidity. So I'm gonna see what I can work with. So obviously, just be active, and if you want to get another trade, and I'll see what I can put out. Fuck ES. Okay, guys, I don't think you understand, guys. ES and NQ are the same exact thing. Like, you guys are here saying that you guys hate ES. It's literally the same thing. You know what I mean? The same way that we get chopped out on NQ is the same way that we can get chopped out on ES. It's the same market. ES just feels weird. Well, it feels cleaner, especially when we're moving this active in NQ, especially for the last 4 weeks. You know what I mean? On NQ, a lot of you guys are complaining about the stop losses being too big, but then you look at the candles and we're averaging 80-point candles per candle. You know what I mean? Like every candle is huge. So obviously, if you can't work with the big stop loss, you're kind of forced to trade ES, which is less volatile, but in this market, it's cleaner. You know what I mean? I thought you were gonna enter till 10. Yeah, bro. I was gonna do that for last week, but I was gonna give it a shot today because I saw so many good setups and I saw the market was moving pretty clean, but it disappointed again. So yeah, maybe tomorrow is the same case. Let me see. But 2 to 3 weeks back, we moved to ES. We traded ES once. I feel like we're trying to change something every week. That's how you adjust to the market, especially with this market, bro. But yeah, I'm gonna see what I can get. If I see a good setup on NQ or ES, I'll put it out. But yeah. You probably wouldn't have taken any else today if you would have waited till 10. Yeah. I'll see how I do it tomorrow. The market obviously still seems pretty. Last. Let me see. No, I'm not. I didn't have the chat open. Last. What do you mean size less when I lost all my accounts with 1 to 2 micros of your setups? Please explain this to me. Well, I don't really know what to say. I don't. Did you take every single one of my trades? Because once again, we get losses every now and then. Like 1 or 2 losses. But if you're trading 1 to 2 micros, you shouldn't be anywhere near blowing your account at all. Unless you don't have a stop loss, then that's the difference. He's lying? Okay, then yeah, probably. But yeah, once again, guys, for now, I guess I'm just gonna get off the stream for a little bit and see what the market has to cook up for maybe during the PM session. Like I said, it'll probably be on ES for today at least. And then we just go from there. All right, guys. Do you think we will hit 6867? Oh yeah, we're right there. Right? I don't see why not. And we do have something on the 5 and 15 minute here, so maybe we can work with this later on today, maybe. And then we do have something else down here, but we do have a deal well there, so it's gonna be a little bit tricky. So maybe not. Yeah, I got the indicator. How do I claim it? Here, just follow this. But yeah, guys, for now, I'm already seeing most people are getting off, so I'm gonna get off for a little bit as well, guys. I'm gonna see where I can get in the market. In the meantime, I am gonna be fixing the indicator for those that maybe are having trouble getting access to it. So yeah. All right, guys. Are you planning on trading ES for the rest of the day? Yes. Yes. Gonna cancel this? I got you, bro. I'll do it for you. Bro, I can't stand that guy. Anyways, all right, guys. Yeah. Other than that, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get off, and I'll see you guys later today. All right, guys. Yeah, bro. That guy's constantly talking shit, bro. Even on winning trades, bro, he's just complaining about something, bro. Jeez, dude, what a fucking headache, bro. Dude, some people are so miserable all the time, bro. I literally can't stand it. But yeah, guys, once again, bear with me. I'm gonna try to get you guys something on ES, something very clean, and I'll see you guys later today. All right, guys, just keep your notifications on. All right, guys, I got you guys. Don't worry. Obviously, just today was a little bit rough. But I'll just stick to ES. Maybe it moves a little bit more clean. All right, guys. But yeah, once again, just keep your notifications on and try out the indicator, guys. Let me know how it goes. And yeah, you guys let me know. All right, guys. But yeah, I'll see you guys soon. I'll be active in the chat. Once I find the setup, I'll let you guys know. All right, guys. Keep your notifications on. I will probably give you guys the trade. All right, guys. So keep it on. Keep it on. All right, guys. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit then. All right, guys. How do I turn notifications on? It's probably on by normal. All right, you ban him? Yeah, bro. He's gone, bro. Fuck that guy, bro. Dude, he's miserable all the time, bro. I literally can't stand it. But yeah, where can we download the indicator? Here. Let me give you the link. Do it through here. All right, you should be able to get the free trial there. All right, 2 weeks. All right, 2 weeks free, so you guys can try it out. All right, guys. But yeah, other than that, guys, I'll see you guys then. All right, guys. Peace out, guys. Peace, peace, peace. And YouTube, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream, and hopefully you guys got access to the indicator. I will be trading a lot more today, so if you guys are coming from RP's channel, just keep your notifications on. I'm gonna try to find some better trades. But yeah. Other than that, guys, I'll see you guys later. Hopefully, I'm able to end the day from red to green, and we go from there. All right, guys. Once again, I apologize for the trades today. Once again, they should have played out, in which they did, just on ES instead. So, not much we could have done there, right? We just got a little bit unlucky choosing the wrong one, but it happens. You know what I mean? Just one red day for now. You know. But yeah, I'll update you guys on how we do later today. If you guys are coming from RPs, I will be posting my alerts there if I do find anything. So just keep your notifications on. All right, guys. Other than that, take it easy, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on stream. All right.